Hello, everyone. Good morning. If you are in the Philippines, good evening. If you are here in America and to the other parts of the world, may you are having a great and wonderful day. My name is Anne Marie Wilson. Andito po tayo ulit on our live with our Rizal Talks, the alumni of Rizal Youth Leadership Institute. We have our live every weekend po in the Philippines. It's Saturday, it's Friday here in America. So we have our pledges, we have our result talks, and tonight we are very grateful to have a very prestigious guest. But before that, I would want to announce to you guys that we are still looking for our Rizal International Zeal of Achievement Leadership Award. To know more about that, I am going to show you a video and then we are going to go back to our guest for today. Here we go.
The Jose Rizal International Zeal of Achievement and Leadership Award. The award is designed to recognize the different youth groups who tirelessly and selflessly serve and improve their communities. Those who take part in making the lives of the people better. Just like Jose Rizal, our national hero, who was exiled indefinitely, a prisoner of the Spanish government, and yet he continued to serve the people of Dapitan as teacher, doctor, scientist, and more. To us, Jose Rizal is the clear image of authentic service. In fact, in the words of our YLI Vice President Mr. Raymond Butcher, Rizal is a hero because he is authentic. So, if while watching this video you flew popped in your head, it's time to nominate them. We are choosing one awardee from the Philippines and one awardee from around the globe. Awarding ceremony will be on June 19, 2021.
Alrighty, so that was an announcement as to the awardings and what you need to submit and how as to when also we will have our awarding. So if you know a group, everybody, if you know a group that's really working so hard, especially around this pandemic, you can nominate them. You can also follow us on YouTube and Facebook because that's where you are going to send your nominations. And again, the awarding is on June 19, 2021. I would also want to tell everybody that's going to be watching live that later on towards the middle or somewhat the end of our live stream, we will be giving away prizes. So it's important for you to pay attention to our speaker because I will be asking questions about the answers of our speaker. In that way, we would know who's really watching and who are really here. But if you are going to watch this after or a replay, it's okay. You are still going to learn something from our speaker. So I will be joined later with the rest of the team when they are going to be here. We will be doing our open forum or Q&A. But at this time, I am ready to introduce our guest speaker. So you might be wondering if you have seen our post. Our speaker is a Knight of Rizal. As a matter of fact, he is a Knight Grand Officer of a Knight of Rizal. But before that, you might wonder, okay, now we have the alumni of Rizal Youth Leadership Institute. What does some of you might know, but what is a Knight of Rizal? So a Knight of Rizal is an order. It's the sole order of a knighthood. It's a knighthood in the Philippines. The order was created in honor and uphold the ideals of our Philippine national hero, which is Jose Rizal. So, I am an alumni of the Rizal Youth Leadership Institute. That means I went to institutes or programs in maybe 2 decades ago. We had the Visayas region as well as the national ones. I've been there for a couple of times also, but we already had the knights. So we call them the knights. So what is a knight? So it's just like somebody with an armor. Is that what you want to think right now. So we will know more about that. And as to our guest speaker tonight, or our guest, you might think, okay, you said that's only in the Philippines, but how come the guest speaker is going to be from Ohio? Well, Jose Rizal is an international hero, and as well as people in the Philippines are not just constrained in the Philippines right now, especially everybody's international right now. So whoever that are believing in the ideals and works of Jose Rizal and they're still doing the things that he or we believe in, then they can go ahead and just be part of a certain group. And now I am ready. I talk a lot. Sir, I apologize if I talk a lot. So, who am I talking about? I honestly do not know him as much, but I watch his videos in YouTube as well as in Facebook. Later on, I'm going to ask him to share so we can also follow him in Facebook and YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, my our guest speaker for tonight is a grand officer. It's a knight grand officer of Jose Rizal, or Jose Rizal Grand, how do we say that? Jose Rizal Knight Grand Officer. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Sir Alwynn Galela. Is that how I said it, sir, correctly? Galela? Galela.
Galela, yeah, yeah,
Galela.
that's close. Yep, Galela.
Hi, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, good
How are
evening
you?
from Ohio. I'm
Di-
doing great. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I am good. I'm really happy to see you here. But I also would like to say that Grace just came up here. Grace, how are you, Grace? You are on mute.
Hi, good morning from the Philippines. Hello, Ate Ann. Hello, sir. It's nice seeing you here.
Hi, hi. Thank you.
Yes.
Nice seeing you too in the Philippines, huh?
Yes, Grace is in the
Wow.
Philippines. Sir. By the way, I am also in Maryland. So we are kind of international right now. So it's just but proper to ask you some questions and how and why are you still, getting into the works and life of Oserisa. So to start with, I will have a question. Then maybe Grace will also have a question. And Miss Olive looks like she is in the background, maybe having some technical difficulties. But first
Mhm.
of all, sir, we just want to know, like, what do you want to tell us about yourself? Please help us know more about you. Please introduce yourself.
Well, I probably start by saying that I came to the United States a little bit on a personal basis. I came to the United States in 1998, based in San Diego. I was tourist, and then I became a F1 visa.
Mhm.
I graduated nursing here in the United States, and I'm a nurse. In the Knights
Mm.
of Rizal, I was recruited by a friend of mine who was a pastor, who is still a pastor,
Mm-hmm.
and of the United Methodist Church, of which I was active back then in the Philippines. And he invited me because he became a member, and that was way back in 2005, and that's how it all started. Until now, I am Knights of Rizal with the chapter in Cleveland.
Also, you mean to say you already know about Husersal 2000? No, by the way, 1998 when you were here, but you became a member 2005, correct, sir?
That's correct. Yes. Uh-huh.
Oh, so among all the other groups, what made you say yes to become a Knight of Rizal? And you're already here in United States. You could be part of any other group, right? But why and why did you choose the Knights of Rizal?
Well, I was also a part of the organization, Filipino
Mm-hmm.
organization here. I was the president in 2013, 2014. And then I think that even before I came here to the United States, I was pretty active in organizations, and tried to secure place in the world. And
Yes. Okay.
I end up finding it in the Knights of Rizal because I had friends, and it started pretty lightly. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know I
It's
took
always
some
like that,
time.
right, sir? It's always
Yeah.
like that. You were just like, oh, let me just be part of the group. But so you said it started lightly. Is it heavy now? What are the things that you're doing in about the Knights of Rizal that made you think that, oh, it started light and now it's heavy, or you put
Well,
an
just like
impact
anything.
now with the
Yeah.
organization?
just like anything else, when you start, you kind of get used to the way they do things.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I like the way that the Knights of Rizal eh, uh, services arm in
Mm-hmm.
helping the Philippines with tragedies and catastrophes. I like that the Knights of Rizal also gears towards the youth and
Mm-hmm.
kind of goes back to the basic of being a Filipino, which is loving our country and loving our culture. So I think in that way, I'm pretty deep into the Knights of
Yeah.
Rizal.
Yes, loving of our country. That's what it is, sir. Because, I mean, we share the same passion. I mean, even if we are already here outside of the country, we are still doing things for our fellow Filipinos. And thank you so much for doing all the things that you do. But I just want to go back a couple of years. So, what is your youngest memory? Like, when did you know about Jose Rizal? Like, me, maybe yeah, it has been mentioned like nasa piso po siya, pero what is your like youngest memory about him that made you think like, oh, he is my hero and I like his life and his works and I want to emulate him, maybe something like that. So what's your youngest memory of Jose Rizal first?
Well, I went to public school in elementary, and
Mm,
I remember there were a time when you start your classes, or you start your school year, you
mm-hmm,
would have fresh books.
mm,
And I know I like reading, and the book about Jose Rizal, I remember vividly, was really made an impact to me, especially the stories when he was young and how
mm.
he had a big head, and the story about
Yes.
the turtle and the monkey, and
Mm-hmm.
the story about the lamp and
Yes.
the mosquito, I guess, or
Yes. The
the wasp,
moth. The
the
moth.
moth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that kind of gave me a good opening on the life of Rizal as far as I can remember in elementary school.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing that, sir. Because I guess nowadays we kind of forget those stories. And
That's
believe it
right.
or not, Miss Olive is also already in the chat area right now, and she shared this story about the turtle and the monkey with our Filipino youth here in New York. And I also just shared the story about the moth in my sharing with the students of Middle East and the Philippines just a couple of weeks ago. So yes, we are sharing these stories to our younger generations right now. Maybe they have forgotten or maybe they were not exposed to them. So thank you so much for that, sir. Now for you, it's what is a hero? Like I mean, we know Marvels and all that superhero kind of, but in real life, how do you define a hero, sir?
I think everybody should have a hero, an idol, somebody they could look up to and pattern their life towards. Um, there's a lot of people just kind of wondering and not really focused. I think it's nice to have a purposeful life,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that Jose Rizal really provides that guidance.
Yes, and he has done a lot since the beginning of his life until his death basically. And knowing that is it's really reflective of us. So I reflected on myself when I was younger and now that I am also a teacher here in the states. So I reflect on that and I am actually rereading the book of his life and works because the last time I think I've read that was somewhat when I was in college and that was like 10, 15 years ago, and rereading those stories made you really think also of, again, as what you've said, the love for our country and how he really loves our country. And then we also have to do, I myself have to do that. So with all the things that you have been doing now, sir, have you reflected upon yourself? What do you think is the closest thing? I know you've been doing a lot, but what's the closest thing that you could compare to Cersei that he had done before, that you're also doing now, or you have also done in the past?
Well, I think maybe the fact that I'm not in the Philippines, most of
Mm-hmm.
Jose Rizal's
Yes.
adult life was spent outside the Philippines. but still, it's in our heart, the culture and the memory, the good memories, the youthful memories, as well as our uh, inclinations in helping our country. And now that we are in a first world country, we are
Mhm.
in a position to help. And whereas Rizal did it through the pen and helping open the eyes of the Filipinos about reality and about better possibilities for their life. I think in my case, I was able to help out in providing some kind of support, some kind of financial assistance whenever it's needed.
I like that financial assistance. Don't we all do that?
I mean,
So,
it's not
I
big.
mean,
I
it's,
don't get
I
me wrong.
know
I'm not. It's
whatever
not
we can help with, right, sir?
millions.
Whatever it is
Yeah.
that we could help with in our own little ways. Believe it or not, even honestly, even if we are doing live streams right now, we feel good when we say that we are giving away prizes. So it's two in one. Like if they watch us doing live, yes, they are gonna get information, but it also feels good when we say, "Oh, we're giving away 500 pesos or 200 pesos." So just like what we're doing tonight, we will be giving away 200 pesos if we have more viewers. It looks like we only have 6 viewers right now, and hopefully we'll get more. By the way, maybe because they forget about us now, we had a hiatus for 2 weeks. It was a Holy Week, and then we had another break after the Holy Week. So maybe we can get back on track for that. But I also know, sir, that you have prepared a couple of slideshows for us, so we could just maybe know what are the things you've been doing, and maybe also to convince our if I don't know if you want to tell more about the Knights of Rizal. So you are, if you're ready to share now, sir, we can go ahead and do that. And while you're doing that, I want to give a shout out to Alvin Nopal. Yes, Alvin said the youth is the hope of our fatherland. Definitely, that is from Dr. Jose Rizal. Thank you so much. April Rose Jang is also here. Shout out. And Subuanong Laagan is also here. Olive Photographics, I know that is Miss Olive. Thank you so much for staying. I know you are on the other stream. All right, sir, you can share your screen right now and I will put it up.
Just let me know if you see it.
No, not yet.
Okay.
All right. So again, continue sharing this, and later on, after Sir Alwyn would share, we are gonna do our giveaways for those who are here watching live.
Do you see it now?
No. Try to click the share button and then share screen, and then there you go. I see it now.
Okay.
I will click it, and then you can go right ahead and tell us what it is all about.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're very
Just want to take this opportunity to introduce what I've been doing in the Knights of Rizal on my own personal things that I do with Facebook and YouTube. I do have a YouTube account. It's called Musings of the Knights of Rizal. It's been around for maybe almost since the start of this year. I do have videos there about anything happening about the Knights of Rizal. Uh, it could be members of the Knights of Rizal, members of affiliates of the Knights of Rizal. Uh, this YouTube channel is also connected to our Facebook account with the same name, Musings of the Knights of Rizal. So, with the Musings of the Knights of Rizal, I do have episodes about knowing your knights. On the top corner there, on your left, on our left, is Sir Jojo from Switzerland. He is half Vietnamese, but he joined the Knights of Rizal in Switzerland recently, but moved back in the Philippines. He is a master of the Vietnamese martial arts and will be representing the Philippines in the ASEAN Games. So it's very nice to get to know him and his take on the Knights of Rizal too. Sir Carlo of the Brussels chapter, he's married to a Filipina. He takes the Knights of Rizal as a family in Brussels, and is very active also in their Facebook and multimedia presentations. Sir Peter of the Mount Makiling chapter is a unique individual who joined the Knights of Rizal as a group. He was active in their NGO, and their whole NGO joined the Knights of Rizal. So he had a complete set of people that he already knew. So things were are going smoothly for him with regards to his programs. And of course, Sir Manny of the Magpuri chapter. He is an educator, he's a writer. He also has his own YouTube channel, and he is I think, the chairman of the National Historical Commission. Every now and then, I will have a special presentation. This coming May, next month, I will have a special presentation with Sir Lucien, who knows a lot about Jose Rizal, and is considered a go-to guy when it comes to Jose Rizal. Also, I did have a January special presentation with Sir Enrique, who wrote the Dr. Jose Rizal Travels 2020. He is going to make a electronic version of the book so that it could be dispersed to Filipinos, and Filipinos outside the Philippines, and as well as non-Filipinos who are interested in Jose Rizal's travels. Also in February, I interviewed Sir Xiao, who's also a member of the Successus chapter, who's a historian by profession and is also a teacher. He also has a YouTube channel. And this month, I've been interviewed Dr. Rosales, who is the national president of the Las Damas de Rizal in the Philippines, and who has witnessed 14 different supreme commanders, and shared her thoughts about their leadership skills. Of course, also in March, I did a series on um, the alumni of the Riley and Caparis, of which Miss Olive was also a part of that. Recently, I partnered with two other people, and we are have this project about the Tula para kay Pepe, proceeds of which, after we collate all the poems that we are going to solicit from members of the Knights of Rizal, alumni of the Enriley, and members of the auxiliary groups of the Knights of Rizal. We will give 100% of the proceeds to the Enriley project. We really believe in the this project based in the Philippines, and we think that it has made a good amount of products that are helping the Filipino youth in their own capacities. Uh, the compilation of the poems is again open to Knights of Rizal, auxiliary organizations, alumni of the Caparis and the Enriley. It is to be submitted by email. There's some subjects that are we'd like the themes to be anywhere from Gombursa, love, birth, life of Rizal, martyrdom of Rizal, freedom, kababaihan, kabataan, to be announced. So all of this will collate, and maybe we'll have an ebook or an actual book that we will be able to uh, get donations from, and give it to the Enriley. Um, so again, hopefully, we will have participants in this endeavor. We have a group page in Facebook, and we've been publishing information there. If you are interested, just message me, and I will surely add you to the Facebook group, and it's only by invitation. Uh, like I said, partnered with two other individuals. One is Hannah Tadi. She is based in Bangkok, Thailand. She is a teacher. a single mother of two. She heads this movement, the Rise Filipino movement, uh, uh, based in Bangkok, and it's a personal blog about things that are happening in the Philippines, and her thoughts, her blogs about how to get better with of the Filipinos of the Philippines as a country. And also, I another person that we are working with this project is Radio Gatchalian. Again, he has a Facebook account. Rado, his Facebook is he's a poet, really a philosopher, and he calls it philosopher. And he publishes videos and thought-provoking poems about life, really, and also about Rizal and about our country. So that's it. That's what I've been doing as a member of the Knights of Rizal here in the Philippines. So here in Ohio. So
Yes, thank you so much, sir. And we are joined by Ramwen. Ramwen is here. And I think Grace has trouble with her camera or something. And Miss Olive is still in the background also. So before we're going to ask some more questions to Sir Alwyn, we are going to start with Ramwen. Ramwen, do you have any questions to Sir Alwyn? Ram, you are on mute. Ramwen, you are on mute.
I'll ask the next question.
There you
There
go.
you go. No, I will ask the next question.
Okay.
Okay.
So I was
I was
just
just
okay. You
okay.
I am
I
having
am
a
having a.
it that's
It,
your
that's your.
well, you need
Well,
to
you need
mute
to mute
yourself
yourself
from when
from
because
one
now I
because
can
now
hear
I
an
can hear an
echo.
echo. Oh.
Okay. Yes, very all right. Thank you so much. So sir, can you elaborate more about sa tula, mga tula para kay Pepe? I think that's your project right now, and let's like can you explain more about it as to how they're gonna submit and how can they participate? How can the public join? Are they allowed to submit the poems and tula to you, sir? How will they do that?
well, this booklet that we are planning to produce would be an expression through poems by Rizales around the
Mm-hmm.
world in the Filipino language.
Okay.
So it's open to Knights of Rizal and its affiliate organizations, alumni of the Enrile and Capares, and we will be collating them
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully offering them for donations for the
Oh,
Enrile
okay.
project in the Philippines.
Oh, okay. So
They
if
can start by being a member of our Facebook group page,
mm-hmm.
and information are there where we announce the themes for the month,
Mm-hmm.
and we announce other worthy or announcements about and around the project.
Okay, so you mean to say, sir? I mean, our group is the alumni of Rizal. So if Ramwan would want to submit a tula, is that okay?
Absolutely. You can submit it by emailing us,
Okay.
and all the information is on the Facebook group page. Um, so yeah, more than welcome. The more, the
Okay.
merrier.
Yes, thank you. So Ramwan sir is also my he's actually younger than me in Cebu Normal University, and that's how we knew and that's how we became the Kaparis back then with our mentor Miss Olive. So right now there's only a few of us here in our team, but Ramwan is also one of the strong core team of this group because if you have seen all of the artworks here, Ramwan is the man behind that. With our posters, with everything, with the bit.ly and all the other forms that we need to have done. Ramwan is good with that. That's why I am putting Ramwan on the spot to submit his tula to Sir Alwyn. All right.
Well, I do have to commend you guys because even though you guys have moved on, but I guess the tentacles of the and Riley are still fresh and working with you guys. So you guys are, it's very commendable what you guys do.
Yes, yes. I mean, I honestly, I feel like personally, I feel good. I feel happy every time
Mhm.
I do live because this is the way the new generations are doing now. The information are fastly given out through social media, and we want to leverage that. And the more they have seen us being in social media, in YouTube, especially in Facebook, also, we hope that, our youngins our youngins will not forget about those Rizal. So Alvin is here. Thank you so much, Alvin. Yes, Ramwen, your question? Do you have a question, or we can ask the question to our viewers so they can answer and we can give them some giveaways? Yes, Ramwen.
Mm, I think I have no more question, Anne.
No more questions at this time. And
Yes.
Grace is having some concerns right now with her camera. So now I am giving away some. I'm gonna give you a 5 minute break, sir, and then when I put you back, like you can have a sip of water or something. We are just gonna do our quick announcement, and then when we put you back, we are gonna ask for your last few words. Okay,
Okay,
sir.
thank you so
All
much.
right, 5 minutes. I'm gonna give you. I'm like in the class right now with my virtual class. 5 minute break. Yes, there you go. Thanks again, sir. So now it's time for our giveaway. I'm going to give Sir Alwyn a little break. And I think I've seen a couple of them here. I know Alvin is here. Go, 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 Sir Ramwin. I see Sugbuanong Laagan. Miss Eden is here. Hi, Miss Eden. Miss Eden is here. Thank you so much for coming. I know. Thank you for all your support. Please share our live stream if you may. And saying hello, Sir Alwyn, just joined in from Sydney, Australia, from Sir Danilo Peralta. Thank you so much, Sir Dan, for coming to our live stream. We also have Miss Olive in the background. Yes, we are live again. I know we had a break, just a little break, like actually 2 weeks feels like a little longer than that. And I
Three,
actually
three
really
weeks.
missed. Was it really three, Ram?
Yeah, we went off air before the Holy Week, right? To
Yeah, but
prepare
we did
for
no,
the
but we did a class with the Middle East children.
yeah.
Yes, so I feel like that's part of the I did not have a break because that we did a couple of still working, I mean with our civic works. So here goes April Jang is also here, and who else are here? Again, you can continue to support us by sharing our live stream and our YouTube and Facebook pages. There you go. So my very first questions, if somebody can answer it, great. If there's not a lot of us, it's also okay. We can move on and ask Miss Sir Alwyn to come back later when we are done. So our next question would be, or first question is, what is the profession of Sir Alwyn? When he came here in San Diego in 1998, he took this profession. He studied here and really became what? Let me see. What is his profession? Anybody? Miss Olive, your device is not connected, so something's going on with your device as well. Anybody who has an answer? Anybody? Okay, I can't join you yet. Okay, all right, it's okay. Anybody? Anybody has an answer? Alvin, were you listening? Because I'm gonna give you 200 pesos if you know the answer. Saying hello also to all of you. Doing great. Great job for the NRYLI. Thank you so much, sir. So I think we're gonna move on because we only have Alvin right here. Oh, wait up. What are you doing? You're playing with our screen. Who is doing that? Well, wait up 1 second. Clue, he is a frontliner. Oh, yes, he is a frontliner. Was he a teacher? Derek Empleo is here. What is the work of Sir Alvin? What is Alwyn, his career as a what? Okay, let's see if we have an answer. Do we have an answer? Derek, thank you. Derek Empleo, thank you so much for coming. Let's see. All right, Ramwan. Do you know Ramwan? Let's give them a clue. What is a frontliner? They are very, very helpful nowadays,
Yes.
especially this pandemic.
Yep. And
Sir
another
Alwyn
thing,
is a
he he wears white
he
even if
wears
it's not
white.
Labor Day.
Or you know what? They can also wear some scrubs. Oh, it
Yeah.
might not be white. It could be scrubs.
Yep.
No, no answer. Maybe
No
later.
answer.
Whoever writes the answer, we are gonna take a look at our chat box. And for now, that is it. Oh, okay. So we are gonna ask me. Well, let me see. 1 more minute. We are gonna see 1 more minute if we have an answer. Do we have an answer? Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So maybe not. Maybe everybody's busy right now. In the Philippines, it's Saturday, 10 o'clock. All right, we gonna do good in our promotion. Oh, Alvin! Alvin, maybe he rewatched the video. He was like, I remember. Sir Alvin, I think is still a nurse or was a nurse. Let me see. We'll ask him. But Alvin, you are gonna get your 200 pesos. Please message us right away so we are not a doctor, not a doctor, but maybe he's a doctor. Let's ask Miss Sir Alvin. Sir Alvin, are you a doctor or are you a nurse? Oh, you're on mute, I think. Yep.
I'm a nurse.
You are a nurse. Are you still a
Yes.
nurse right now or are you already retired?
No, I am still
You're still
a
working
nurse.
as a nurse? How does
That's
it
correct.
feel?
I
it's
mean, it's a little scary, but
mm-hmm.
you just have to, as a nurse, you have to do your job.
Wow. Oh, we salute you, sir. Like I call myself a frontliner, but not very much. I'm a teacher by profession because I've been back to school since October. But for nurses, doctors, whew. All right, Sir Danilo, do you know him personally, sir? Because he said he thinks Sir Alwin is a political science degree, but converted to a different degree to help our kababayans in the U.S. as a nurse. Is that correct, sir?
That is correct. I
Mhm.
actually am double major. I graduated also from the University of the Philippines in Philippine Studies, cognates in public administration and political science. But in the United States, I converted into nursing.
Yeah. All right. So just like Rizal, you have a lot of profession profession as to whatever you want to do, and that's what's gonna happen, right? So I asked you about the pulatle earlier, sir. What about
Mhm.
this musings? You have it in your background. It says musing of a Knights of Rizal. Can you tell us more about that? What is that? I know you made that as your background for a reason. What is that? Is that just a background, or tell our viewers what it is about?
Well, first, I want to ask Ramwell, what do you think of my background?
Oh,
Oh, it's great, sir. I
No,
love it.
thank you. Well, oh, during the pandemic, when you really have no access to outside world at some point.
mhm.
Um, I thought about what I can do in Facebook. I've been doing a little bit of recording. I ride a motorcycle and I record that,
Mm.
and I do some recording about my vacations in the Philippines. We do sometimes we do have recordings on our medical mission in the Philippines. And I thought, so Knights of Rizal, what can I do? What is in need? And I thought that yes, there are a lot of uh, YouTube videos about the Knights of Rizal or anything about uh, Jose Rizal, but there's really no uh, extensive or coverage about a channel just for the Knights of Rizal. Here and there, there'll be history of the Knights of Rizal, blah blah blah. But during that time, and now I know, like you guys, you have the and Riley, which is kind of pseudo Rizal. It's around Rizal. So that's how I end up. And I said, what title can I give it? And I said, oh, musings, yung kuro kuro.
Mhm.
So just expressing my thoughts about the Knights of Rizal. And it's had its different leanings. Now I do Know Your Knights, where I introduce knights and their thinking, and maybe inspire others to join, if not to reactivate or to get some tidbits about what made it work for my guest interviewee. And also I interviewed other people in teachers, other people who are around the movement, so historians. And so that's, and I do have some a little bit of lectures too, but I put that off and leave it to the more the historians. Yeah, now that there's a lot more YouTube about sustained YouTube
Mm-hmm.
videos about Rizal. Um, so now, we during the I think it was March. I collaborated with two other people, like I said in my earlier presentation, and
Mm-hmm.
one is from Bangkok, a teacher, and Rado Gatchalian, who is also a Knights of Rizal, and we collaborated. We came up with a tula about Jose Rizal's love, which is Leonardo Rivera. It's a sagutan tula, and it's there's a song too that translated that to a song. And
Mm-hmm.
from that, we had the idea maybe we should have a collate all the Rizalist and write poems about different things. And how we end up with Tula para kay Pepe.
Yeah, with that being said, sir, Miss Olive just sent me right here a question, and I want to ask this to you. She said, how has Knights of Rizal changed your life? And what is your message to your fellow KORs and to the Filipino men who are not yet KORs?
Well, message. I think maybe you have to find your niche in the world. You have to just like what Rizal said. You have to put effort in being having a part in the world, being a tool in the development of your small world that you belong in. And I think the Knights of Rizal is a good avenue for that, a good vehicle. It's up to you where you take it. Um, just like any other organizations, it's not perfect. It has its
Mm-hmm.
own problems and issues, but really, that's everywhere. And with all the pandemic that's happening, we really could help not looking at the glass half empty. We should
Sure.
always be optimistic and be looking forward and being positive, because there's a lot of negativity around
Right.
anyway. So
Right.
we
Well,
don't want to help.
the best things to do is just to really look into the brighter side, the positive side, and look into that and follow it. But those that you think is not good, you are just going to look that it's not good. So how can you improve it? Right. And you have to put your 2 cents to it and do something about it. Because you could not improve this world, or you could not make it a better place if you are just gonna comment and blah 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 and not do anything about it, right, sir? I just want to, Sir Danilo, thank you so much for all your comments and for keeping our chat box really alive. I only knew Sir Alwyn this year through his advocacy for the Knights of Rizal and his tremendous works he is engaging for the Knights of Rizal, which is really noble. And I agree to that one.
Thank
So
you.
what I like about you, sir, also is that you don't just like do it yourself. You also support, just like your presentations earlier. You support those who are doing result. You call it Rizalist. You support those who are doing things about Jose Rizal, just like us. Like we did not know you, but you were the first one who comment on our live. I don't even know if you messaged us, and I was like, "Oh, Miss Olive, look, Sir Alwyn is looking into our live. Like, let's take a look at all his what he's doing also." And with that
Yeah.
being said, sir, yes.
In fact, with Sir Danilo,
Uh huh.
Sir Danilo is our um, area commander in Sydney,
Mm.
Australia,
Wow. Okay.
and he's very active in the Knights of Rizal as well. And I think in August we will have a not August, September, if I'm not mistaken, we will have a balagtasan, which
Oh
will
wow.
be online as well.
Mm. Okay.
So that's something to look forward to, and that's something that is definitely part of the Rizalian Rizalian
Yes.
movement. So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, that's what's good thing. That's at least that had happened in this pandemic. Like we could put far places, put and collaborate all in one in the internet world, so we can just do things that we it's impossible for us to do. Like we could not fly all over the world and think and do things that we want to do, but nowadays we will just say, okay, we'll do it online. It will be easier, and it would also be spread out faster and easier online. I am glad, because the next thing I'm gonna ask is to ask Sir Olwen something, but then Miss Olive is here. Miss Olive, welcome to our live stream, our founder of the Alumni of
Hello.
Rizal Youth Leadership Institute.
Yes, sir. Good evening po sa inyo. And good morning to Ramwan. Hi, Ramwan. Good evening to all our viewers here in the United States. And also good morning to our repeat visitors. Alvin, welcome back, and everyone else. Sir Alvin,
Yes.
we really have a big, big and huge favor to ask you po. But I will let Anne articulate this favor because it was her idea and she suggested it to me. And
Okay.
I totally agree with it. Okay,
Okay.
go ahead, Anne.
So right here's the core group. So if you see
Yes,
us in all
sir.
our live streams, sir, I am Anne. We have Grace right there. Grace is really good with the latest tula, sir, the hugot. She's our hugot
Mhm.
queen. If she's our hugot queen, Ramwan is our special art director and everything else. And the four of us, really there's more to us, but it's just that these faces are the we call it bagagnaong in Cebu. We are the ones that really want to be on the camera, and we have thick. How do you translate that? Thick faces. Our confidence are off the wall, and we can be on the live stream. But other than that, the rest are supporting through monetary. Others are being our speakers for our
Mhm.
talks, and others on the background as well. However, we have been looking for special people that could also support us.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, sir, we had, I know Miss Olive mentioned Sir Pete.
Mhm.
What's the last name, Sir Pete, Miss?
Rosito.
Rosito. Yes, Sir Pete Rosito in Cebu. He was really a Rizal model for us. He was there through, and he supported us all the way through. We have given him an award when we went back to Cebu a couple of years ago, but he already passed away. And I don't think if he is still alive right now that he could also still support us in terms of doing live streams because I don't think he would be really good with computers and all that. I
Yeah.
don't think he would be tech
Yeah.
savvy. So,
And I want to just mention, and Sir Alwyn would know how far we are to working together. No, it was Ramwan's idea for us to give an award to Sir Rosito, and I think the group made a very good decision on that one because years after he passed away. So I'm very proud of this team, sir. I present to you Anne Marie, Grace, and Ramwan. We have worked together for so long, and we have treasured our relationship with the Knights of Rizal. So, Anne, you may continue.
yes, so we have been looking for an advisor, sir. So we had a couple that honestly said yes to us, but they have supported us in a different way. But when we saw you being online and being there all the time, and you were like, oh my, that is the perfect Knight of Rizal that we want in our team. And hopefully he can say yes to us. And I told the team about it, and they were like, we agree, but how can we get him into saying yes? I said, we are going to trick him. We are going to invite him. Just kidding.
That's
No,
Anne's idea,
I am putting
sir.
you on the spot right now, sir. Officially, we are going to ask you to be our advisor.
Mm.
We have been here for the longest time, but we need somebody that we could really cling into and say, sir, these are the things that we want to do. What do you think about it? Yes, we just want you to be our advisor. You can say yes or no right now, or maybe later. I don't want you to
I
be like,
prefer a
okay, what is
yes.
this? But we are gonna pause for a couple of minutes. Maybe you can say yes or no to us in the background, or you want to think
Yeah.
about it right now. It's up to you. But I just want to read Sir Danilo's message and look at Sir Alwyn's face. He was like, what? What are you doing to me now? Yes, Sir Danilo said, yes, our association in Sydney, Australia, the Tagalog Association of Australia, will showcase again our Balagtasan this year, 2021, in 21 of August 2021. Wow, that's a lot of numbers.
Wow.
We invited Sir Alwyn from Ohio and Arlan Fajardo from Melbourne to participate in our balagtasan titled Kalikasan versus Kaunlaran. Magkatuwang ba o magkalaban? Oh my goodness. This will be shown in FB Live. We will be advised through FB and flyers. And this is another advocacy where we're not doing only for the Knights of Rizal, but also to enhance our culture, enrich history of our country through cultural presentation like our balagtasan. Hala, nag-nosebleed na daw si Alvin. Pasensya na, Alvin. It's
So,
because we are international. We have people watching all over
yes.
the world. So we can do
Yes.
Tagalog and Bisaya also. But Sir Alvin, whatever you're gonna
Uh-huh.
say, we're gonna accept that with an open heart. But we would really love for you to be our advisor.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
Yes.
well,
Wait, sir. Wait, sir. Ha.
uh,
Piggybacking on that. Sorry, sir. I just want to interject kasi ganito, we have, communicated also with other Knights of Rizal, pero we think that the best person to advise us is someone who's also running a program in Facebook and YouTube. Kasi there's really a dynamic in here na mahirap maintindihan sa mga Knights of Rizal na hindi naman regularly nagla-live, no? And we do need leaders, no? We do need leaders. Why do we wanna ask you? No, we could actually be independent on our own. But again, the world is all about collaboration. It's all about making connection. And why stay being alone when we can always connect? And that's why we thought of you. Kasi experience ka na, baguhan lang kami. Like, myself, Grace, and tsaka Ramon, baguhan kami dito. But Anne is very experienced, no? And we thought, oh, we have two very experienced and skilled people. And just the thought of having you also as our advisor is going to make our, courage even stronger to keep on with what we have started. So, sir, sana po ang iyong decision is to accept po our request. Yun lang
This
po,
is serious. We're not
sir.
laughing. It's just that the thought of like asking him
Uh-huh.
in front of everyone right now. If you have an answer, sir, you can go ahead. If not, it's okay lang din po.
no, I don't think it's worth let this linger any longer. It's either a yes or a no. I do believe in collaboration. I do like the energy of your group. Uh, there is a lot of positivity and a lot of good work happening. And I think there's other people, other areas in the FB universe and the KOR universe where we could access. And if you think that I could help you guys out, then sure, why not?
Yay! We just
Salamat
got
po,
an
sir.
answer.
Salamat po, sir. So, sir, we want you to know po, we're very grateful of your acceptance speech po. Saka yung acceptance po niyo as our advisor. Salamat po, sir.
Thank
Grace, Ramon,
you.
you have anything to say? Grace, you can unmute yourself. And Ramon too.
Hello, hello. Thank you so much, Sir Alwyn. We've been thinking a lot of these things these days, and we have been planning a lot of activities. And it's true that we need someone from the Knights of Rizal who know better than us and who is more experienced. Thank you so much for accepting.
Okay.
Kala ko sabihin mo older.
Wala ganun, sir. Wala pong ganun, sir.
Wala pong ganun.
Puro tayo
Tama,
young
sir.
dito.
Walang younger. Wala na namang younger dito, sir. Natawa ako doon.
Well,
Sorry.
do you how old do you think I am?
You said, wait, I'm calculating. 1998. um, 45? No. No.
Yes ko, sir, ha? Late 40s.
Yeah.
Oo.
I'm 52.
Whoa. Okay. It didn't
I'm
show that
52.
much. Cool.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah.
So I
Ramwen,
hope
you want to say something quickly? Ramwen, quickly.
I'm very thankful for Sir Alwyn for accepting our offer to become for him to become our advisor, and I'm excited to work with Sir Alvin with our different programs. No, and it's an honor to be able to work with you, sir.
All
Yeah.
right. Yes, thank you so much. Be Remarkable said congratulations. So we are gonna ask the last words from you, sir, and we're gonna say bye. But please do not hang up. We are just gonna do a very quick meeting, so you would not, if ever there's something you want to say offline, you can tell us about it. So, sir, what do you want to tell your last words to our viewers? And I know they are gonna rewatch this, and we are gonna reshare this. Take the floor. You can say your last words to our watchers and viewers.
Well, this pandemic has refocused a lot of our priorities as individuals. Recently, we've been losing people left and right. You can see in the postings on Facebook. Uh, it's just like it's unbelievable what's happened. I think that in our own little way, we should share some positivity in the world because during trying times, there's really no other place where you can look but inside you. Look within yourself and try to be positive. Try to look at the good side, and all this will pass. And in the meantime, find avenues where you could be have a positive participation in your world and also in other people because it's not gonna get better unless you start from yourself. It's not gonna things are not gonna fall down and be all right just like that. You have to have self-sacrifice, and just like what Jose Rizal said, there's really you have to find a point in your life where you can find peace and where you can find meaning and be able to affect people in a positive way. So hang in there and don't despair and always find positivity in what's going on. So
Thank you so much, sir. I love that. Find peace and meaning, and all these shall pass, but we just have to do the things that we can do. Thank you so much, everyone. That is it for right now. I know you know all our projects, and please watch out for Facebook and YouTube announcements for our next live. But again, tomorrow or tonight in the Philippines, we have another one. Miss Olive, just very quickly, and then we can
Yes.
end our broadcast.
Okay, so we are inviting you to join us again tomorrow, and we would like you to stay towards the end of the live broadcast tomorrow. We will be featuring for the first time our Young Result Emulators Award. So ARYLI has been awarding outstanding elementary and high school student leaders for 7 to 8 years, but we have not showcased them at all. So tomorrow is the first time ever that we will present to you who are these former elementary and high school students who have already moved on. And we want to show you what happens to our Young Result Emulator Award after elementary, high school, and high school. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, everyone. God bless and stay safe out there. Bye, guys.
Bye.
In three, two, one, we are ending our live and we are by ourselves.
all right.